Hello, my friends. You can see in the background, it's Christmas time. This time I'm in Victoria and I'm bringing you commentary about the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, this actually occurred on Wednesday morning, I believe, and it's now Friday. But look, when you're traveling, you can't do all the things you want to when they should be done. So this new moon is a time for renewal of our energy. It's time to set new intentions. Every month, our attention is adjusted to focus on something different, enabling us to evolve and grow consciously. As often it does, Sagittarius energy refreshes the collective after the very sombre, deep energy of Scorpio. Sagittarius is about truth, fairness, optimism, amongst many traits. The changing position of the planets shifts the energy focus, and we consider new ways of generating and retaining our power. There are also new and growing ideas about food production in cities. And as I've indicated, this new moon for me is about a new adventure, traveling south in our vast country. And I'm finally at my destination, which is why I'm able now to record all this, although I set out a newsletter on Tuesday from Coonabarabran. So the new moon occurred on Wednesday at 20 degrees of Sagittarius. It happens to be the fourth of 7 new moons at 20 or 21 degrees of their signs. And this suggests that we are, as a collective, being pushed into new beginnings. Sagittarius is a sign connected to the law, freedom, justice. And there are many legal cases occurring at this time, of which we know little, as the mainstream does not cover those stories. And I can't possibly cover everything else, I have to tell you. Some of these cases are very important to our evolution, helping dig out the dirt that has been so busy, that Pluto has been so busy exposing. There are those who were considered conspiracy theorists whose ideas may well prove to be true in hindsight. You one of those? Or is it just me? Who knows? New moons are times for setting new intentions, planting new seeds for ideas and future activities. Make use of the Mercury trine Jupiter to think big, creating new ideas to build your resource pool or grow food in your garden. There are 5 planets in mutable signs at this new moon: the Sun, the Moon, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. And mutable signs are chameleon-like, isn't it? They change, they keep shifting and changing, providing a sense that things can change easily and very quickly. Mars has fallen behind the path of the Sun and no longer conjunct with the Sun as it was in Scorpio, but still in Sagittarius, a fire sign, giving drive and determination to those aspects it connects with. So Sagittarius energy includes the quest for truth, peace of mind, travels and adventures, legal stuff, optimism, finding solutions, and overcoming excess. I find it quite interesting that the truth of what we as a collective have been subjected to over the last few years is at least gaining some light. Seekers of the truth may find that confronting. There are others who have all along known the truth, who are wanting to move on and want to use their energy to create a better future for ourselves. Maybe these are the optimists. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the seeker of adventure and learning. So whether you are actually considering traveling by car or air or choosing to surf the net, you'll be seeking new information. In many parts of the world, people will be traveling to spend time with family at Christmas, maybe just a long drive, or even a very long overseas flight to another country. Either way, you will be experiencing new and different energies, both in the landscapes you encounter and the people you meet. I planned to travel to Coonabarabran, which I did, and was planning to look at the stars, but you can't control the weather. And the night I wanted to look at the stars, there were clouds in the sky. Never mind, maybe I've got to go there another time, a more auspicious time. Are you traveling anywhere this year? Let's know where you're going and what you experience or encounter. On the other hand, maybe your usual routine is relinquished for a few weeks. You may be choosing a short course of study, expanding your mental horizons, or maybe you're just doing nothing. Astrologically, a very important shift is occurring with Pluto moving to the end of Capricorn, where it has been since 2008. Pluto's role has been to expose corruption, especially in large organizations and government. And while it has already wreaked havoc in some organizations, there is still some work to do. And we may find that there are more surprises brought to light in the next few weeks as Pluto moves in this final degree, 29 degrees of Capricorn. This anoretic degree is often where there is a final push for the energy of that sign. So just be aware of further attempts at controlling people from about the 21st of December till the 24th of January. Pluto moves into Aquarius on January 2024, about the 24th of January. And later in the year, it will revert to Capricorn for about 6 weeks, just to complete any unfinished business. Now, while Pluto in Capricorn has been all about top-down power and control, in Aquarius, it's about the power of the people. Look around you, how many community groups are being created? Some are to support local farmers. Others are to support community health. Others are for education. As a people, we are becoming much more interested or influential in the activities of groups that benefit ourselves and those groups. When we all gather together and work in groups, it's difficult for those in powerful positions to exert their authority. We simply just don't comply, or we create a different path forward over which they've got no power. I'm just going to focus on Neptune for a moment. And like a huge ship pivoting and changing direction, providing strong energy at 25 degrees of Pisces, Neptune stationed direct on the 6th of December, so that's about a week or so ago. And Neptune energy favors dreams, music, art, poetry, yearning for a deeper connection with the divine. There may be a sense of reduced density. Check where transiting Neptune is in your natal chart and see where it may be providing a divine connection for you, or not. Transiting Mercury in Capricorn is trine Jupiter in Taurus from about the 7th of December, encouraging us to think big. These earthy signs are constructive in this instance, as they provide ideas and direct the dreaming and thinking to practical and realistic plans. It's not all just about airy-fairy nonsense. And this expansive thinking may relate to the financial systems, Taurus, or new ways of growing natural organic food, also Taurus. The Jupiter in Taurus, opposite Venus in Scorpio, indicates issues around money, investment money, and maybe the expansion of wealth. It has the potential to be very positive. Now, in previous chats, I've indicated that we can expect new ways of generating power that do not fit any of the current paradigms. None of this renewables stuff, the wind turbines that kill the birds and the bats and are not biodegradable, and the solar power that occupies arable land and is also the solar receptors are not not biodegradable either. Sorry, but Foster Gamble from thrive.com, and I'll put these in the notes, has done considerable research for many years into new ways of generating power. Unfortunately, none of these methods can make money for the big guns. So these ideas have never reached the masses, us. So therefore, I was fascinated to read in the AFR last weekend of Newer Energy 1, which can produce the lowest cost energy in the world. According to the article, it uses a technology called concentrated solar thermal power, CSP, using those non-renewable solar panels, which allows renewable power to be generated when the sun is not shining. And I'm sure we'll see more of this type of activity, this type of these sorts of ideas in the next few years. This new moon is square to Neptune, encouraging a vision for the future. How can we share? How can we help each other? And helping each other may start with helping ourselves to build or consolidate a solid spiritual practice. You may feel a new sense of spiritual discipline and responsibility. And Saturn in Pisces is intended to really help us embed spiritual practice into daily routine. So let's make that meditation a daily habit instead of something we do when we feel like it or remember. Your spiritual practice may be another ritual that you create to remind you that you are a spiritual being having a human existence. It may be that you venture regularly into nature just to be in that energy, walking, sitting in silence and just drinking in the energy to refresh your soul. You may be involved in the church. Whatever spiritual means to you, explore and develop that part of your human existence. At the new moon, Mercury is stationary in Capricorn, affecting ordered thinking and preparing to go retrograde until the 1st of January when it turns direct. Mercury forms a positive trine to Jupiter, bringing in future visions, finance, the earth, growing food. And I think I've just experienced just today this Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. I've been trying to send messages on my phone and there's just no internet connection. I don't know whether it's because it's here in Ballarat or whether it's just a glitch in the sunspots coming in. Who knows? Anyway, Mercury retrograde often means just disruption with communication. Now, on the growing food and new ideas, the other article that caught my eye in the AFR at the weekend is an account of urban farming in CBD Melbourne. And this is vertical farming, where microgreens are grown in the basements of city buildings. Lettuce and herbs and edible flowers are just a short walk away from the restaurants which use them. The system uses minimal water and the plants are grown under LED lights. And therefore, and as I say, the user is within walking distance. So in terms of food miles, it's very good. It reminds me that in 2016, when I was in Utah visiting the New Skin facility, we were shown a very similar plant growing system where it was actually circular or more like a spiral, where New Skin grows nutrients and grains and ingredients for its nutritional products, again using minimal water and special light. Now, I'm not sure that the nutritional value of the plants is as good as those grown with loads of sunlight, but it is a way of producing food for city dwellers. What do you think of this new way of growing food? Now, as I've travelled south in this country, I really am appreciating the variety and the challenges of the landscapes. My home is on the Gold Coast, and I love walking on the beach anytime and enjoying the energy of the sun and the sea. This vast country of Australia is dry and in some places heavily forested. In others, there are vast tracts of paddocks where sheep and cattle graze, as well as crops, and occasionally fields of solar panels. It was wonderful to drive into Tenterfield the other day after quite an arduous drive from Casino and see the Santas getting into mischief. Now, I can't talk about that, but it's a picture if you want to have a look on my Facebook posts. Now, me, the astrologer, I'm taking a break and I'm not expecting to do a newsletter in January when there is a new moon in Capricorn around the 12th or 13th of January. But I challenge you to think about what that might mean for you. Pam Gregory, astrologer, is an inspiration for me, and you may find wisdom in her words as I do. So do check her out on YouTube, especially when I'm on holidays, because I don't think she has those holidays. And she lives in England. It's cold, not warm and sunny. So you, the listener, please enjoy the festive season, however you choose to spend it. Stay safe. May I suggest you consider generating positive energy and attitudes from within you. We all have choice. And when we decide how we're going to approach life, we are less influenced by those who would otherwise control us. And when Pluto moves into Aquarius at the end of January, the pace will be quite different, being driven by the airy qualities of Aquarius. I find that prospect very exciting. Have a lovely time. Take care of yourselves. That is all for now. Till next time. Bye for now.